Hi, it's Maggie with Golden Lights Within, and I'm back today with another video. And today is part of the series of life lessons with Millie that I started just as kind of like a fun thing that I thought of that is helpful to being healthy. I think lessons that we can learn from animals are very helpful. So this is Millie, my dog, and so I'm going to just be, just talking about a quick lesson that I learned from her. And there's a part 1 of this series, so hopefully I can just continue because she's always teaching me something. So you can check that out if you enjoy this. But a life lesson that I've learned from her is to play every day. So to not be too busy to play. And I think that, as we, accumulate responsibilities and have stressors and worries and things to do and goals to achieve and this and that, things just get so busy. And I know I do this, right? It's like, I don't have time to play. And it's really kind of silly to think about, especially, with her, that I wouldn't have 5 or 10 minutes to get down on the floor and play. And it's really important. I think it's an important release and outlet for your health, no matter, however that play looks like for you. But I think dogs do help with that. Children do too, because they just naturally, are driven to do those things, and we just kind of get lost with that sometimes. So, if I'm having a busy morning, the first thing that Millie does is she goes over to, when she wakes up, is go over to her toy chest, and she just kind of sits there and looks at me. She sits patiently by the toy chest, and sometimes I can sense, that I'm like almost frustrated by it, and I'm like, well, that's, not right? Play is such an important part of life. And so I really leaned into that, and she's taught me that. And then anytime, even if I was stressed out and felt like I had too much to do, when I get down and I'm laughing, and it's like not even that long, right? 5-10 minutes, and my stress has gone down. I'm connecting with Millie, we're having fun. I can take my mind off of things, kind of get a better perspective of what's important in life, and do things really need to be taken so seriously like that all the time. And so it just really, the play pulls you out of it. And I think that, like all things in health, mental, physical, spiritual health, sometimes, the simplest things are the things that make the biggest difference. And if you think about that shift of spending just a little time playing every day, what that could do for your stress levels and your perspective on life over time is really impactful. And so I think that dogs teach us that, they just want to play, they want to have fun, and that's a huge part of life. We don't want our lives to go by and just see that, all we did was work, or we were just racing and going after the next thing and never stopping and taking time to just be and play and enjoy and laugh and connect. So Miss Millie teaches me that every day when she goes over to her little toy chest. So I hope that serves as a great reminder for you, for your health too. Remember, it doesn't have to be something so complicated, this fancy supplement or something like that. It could just be as simple as taking the time to play a little bit every day in your life, and see how that positively affects all aspects of your health, and so that you feel more thriving and, just happier in your day-to-day life and more joyful. So, all right, that is another lesson with Miss Millie here, and thanks for reviewing this Golden Lights Within video, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye.